Hey, you see this house behind me? Holy shit. The cost of materials are so crazy that a lot of investors now are starting to run out of money as they're building, which is crazy. In some cases, they think it's gonna cost, I don't know, $100,000 just for like a 3 bedroom, 2 bath renovation. And guess what? It's not 100 anymore. It's 150, $160,000 because of the cost of tariffs. These tariffs really put a damper on budgets in construction, and that's the other thing. You can't, if you're an investor and you're gonna buy a house, you can't overpay for the house, because once you do your renovations, guess what? You're gonna probably owe more than what the property is worth, which is happening in a lot of circumstances, and a lot of investors are starting to walk away from the house, which is insane. I haven't seen this in a long time, where the prices are so high and also the materials are high. So be careful. You can still do it, but it has to be the right price. I personally walked away from a deal. I submitted a deal for say 325. After doing all my numbers, I lowered it to 225. Customer was really upset, but if I would have gave him the 325, I would have been hurt, because I would have owed more than what the property was worth, because the renovations were going to cost like 200, 250. Crazy. But anyway, my point from me to you. Boop.
So what did the fence project cost me so far? So far, here's just the breakdown. So in lumber, I've spent $1,192.48. Materials, $348.80. Tools, $445.37, for your grand total of $1,986.65. This could obviously go up depending on if I need more pickets, more nails, or something else, But so far, this is my grand total for the fence project. So yeah, hopefully this helps you guys get an idea of what it costs to build a fence my size. Um, I was getting quotes around $4,000 to $5,000, depending on the company and the material that they wanted to use. So I would say, being right under $2,000.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to the Southern Economist. Today, we're talking about the price of building materials. The cost is insane. Inflation is up. Yes, I am currently, at the moment, as we speak, there are saws in the background. And I thought I'd come on here and make a video about the price of materials. Now, I'm getting a deck built around my pool. I already have a deck in my backyard, but the deck around my pool, I paid a lot for materials. Now, I paid over $2,000 for the materials on a 16 by 14 deck for the pool. That is quite shocking, as I got more wood than that in 2012 when I needed wood for a project. I paid $1,500 and got like triple the amount of wood. Ooh, honey, the prices are definitely up there high. Are a lot of people still doing home projects? That's what I want to know. Because I've did a lot of them, and I've did them back in the day when things were low. And this is my first project I had to do when things were high, because I already took care of decks and all. Whatever else I wanted to do as far as a home project, I've done back in the day when things were cheap. Thank God. So now I was like, okay, time to put that pool around, that deck around the pool that we've been holding off on. Went to Home Depot and said, what? Ooh, that's how I was looking at the register, right? So things have definitely went up. I want to know if you guys have halted projects at home, or you still pushing for it. I still was pushing for it. I didn't cry about it. I do notice it. I didn't cry about it because I knew it went up, and I didn't cry about it because that's my only thing I kind of got left. Like, I've renovated everything that you could imagine. Just think about it. From the faucets to the toilets to the roof, I've redid everything. Not because any damages. I bought my home brand new. I'm the only one that moved here. But when I did projects, it was not because of damage, it was for upkeep. So and if I see something start looking a little worn out, it's time to replace it. If it's a door, if it's a faucet or whatever. So, when you buy a home, sometimes if you don't buy like a higher price home, they give you like the basics in your home. So they will give you like the basic cheap faucet at Home Depot. They'll give you the basic cheap toilet. They'll give you the basic tub. They'll give you the basic carpet and the floors. So over time, I have changed out all those things as far as in light fixtures, ceiling fans, and toilets. I got new upscale toilets in black and stuff like that. So I've done everything got to do with projects. What project have I not done? Right? That's how I am. Because I love projects. They make me happy. Because, you customize your home how you want it to be and how you want it to look. But, some of that stuff can get a little pricey. And I'm not the type that really want to take out a loan to do things. I like to just pay it up front and be done with it. So I'm not a loan type of girl. I know some people take out second mortgages to do things on their home. They take out loans to do projects that they wish, however you wish to do it. But I like to pay for mine up front so I don't have anything hanging over my head. It's done, it's paid for, and that's how it is. I had a contractor for 20 years. I mean, I met him when my children were young and I was young, and he's done a lot of work for me up until my children was in their 20s. So very 20-year relationship with my contractor who has done everything in my home, but he recently had a stroke and he's not able to do things. So I have to deal with the new people. I got some guys out there now. I like them. I like two-man teams. Yeah, the prices just went up. So I just want to play a couple of videos for anybody that's got some home projects coming up, because you will be surprised when you hit Home Depot. I was, but I'm happy to get my deck done and out the way because it's something I've been wanting to do for a couple of years. But doing other projects, I always put that one last, like it wasn't priority because I was doing all the other stuff. So now I'm down to that. So I didn't have anything to do this year. I was like, what are we going to do this year? Couldn't really think of nothing. Boom, let's do the deck. So let's play these videos because the lumber is up there, boo.
This is a win.
All right, we just got the report about the construction industry. Today is March 23rd, 2026. Construction has hit a wall and nobody's talking about it. All right, the numbers show a clear shift. We only have January 2026 because they run behind. Spending fell 0.3%. Economists expected an increase. It's a sign that construction momentum is slowing. Right, residential construction is getting hit the worst. Spending in January dropped a negative 0.8%. New single family homes dropped a negative 0.2%. Not know we have a housing shortage in the USA. Multifamily dropped a negative 0.7%. And renovations are slowing. Have you stopped doing home renovations and fixing stuff? Likely. Mortgage rates dropped above 6%. Materials are more expensive due to tariffs, and labor shortages are worsening. Private commercial construction is cooling off. Private non-residential went down negative 0.4%. Office construction continues in a multi-year decline. You should see my cat. He's walking in front of everything. High borrowing costs are freezing new development and delaying major projects. Layoffs, the economic crisis. What does this mean for construction workers? Fewer private sector jobs, slower hiring in home building and commercial projects. You did not know there is a slight uptick in building data centers. Again, that doesn't help these people. Construction workers shifting to public infrastructure jobs. Construction is a major economic engine. So this is why I'm reporting on this for the economy. Slowdown affects the GDP growth, housing supply, as I said, consumer spending, as I said, state and local tax revenue. January's decline is a warning sign that higher interest rates are finally hitting the real economy, along with all the other economic information I just gave you. And we are 13 weeks behind on this information. Expect for it to get worse. You found this informative and you want to know next month's construction information and more macroeconomics, like, comment, follow, and share.
Urge farmers to stop planting food crops. There were several different variations of the programs put forth, and one of them would subsidize the farmers to take the crop rotation out and plant trees. Much of the farmland of this time was originally in trees, so this had a not only benefit of raising the prices of the crop, but it also had an environmental impact. While good and meeting several of its goals, the program went on entirely too long. During this program, over 20 million acres of land were planted in timber. Today, there are millions of more acres of land planted in timber than there were in the 1980s. Intuitively, you would think this would cause the price to go down, but that's not the case. Raw timber prices are down and are at probably the lowest price that they have been in decades. Even though the price of lumber is at an all-time high, landowners are not the ones that are winning big. Many conscientious landowners planted these trees using them for a retirement plan. And now that it's time, the trees are maturing and it's time to sell the trees off for retirement, they're bringing basically less than they sold for when they were planting them back in the 1980s.
Man, I really need to buy some lumber to build these houses. Yo, how much for that lumber over there? That lumber over there is going to be $800 for 1,000 feet. What? Bro, that's way too damn expensive. It was literally $400 last April. You know what? I'm just going to hold off on building these houses and wait for the price of lumber to go down. All right, whatever you want, buddy. Okay, I have to build these houses now. How much for that lumber? It's $1,100 per 1,000 foot now. What? That's even more expensive than it was last time. Why is this happening? To be honest, man, the prices are probably going to keep going up because every home builder in America was waiting for the price of lumber to go down before they start building houses again. Well, guess what? The prices never went down, and now all those home builders want lumber at the same time. All right, whatever. Just give me the lumber, all right? This is going to add like $24,000 to the price of a new house. Yo, what's up, Netflix? How you guys been doing? Man, we just had a rough Q1. We only added 4 million new subscribers, and we thought we were going to add 6 million. Oh, man, that's a big miss. And that's way lower than the 14 million subscribers you guys added in Q1 of last year. Also, we think we're only going to add 1 million new subscribers next quarter. Wow, that would be the lowest ever for you guys. Why is this happening? It's because we have to compete now. There's so many streaming platforms. Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Peacock. You know those assholes at Peacock took back The Office from us this year? We're still hurting from that, man.
Goodness gracious, man. Have you all seen the price of lumber here lately? I'm in Lowe's trying to get some stuff for a little project. $46 for one sheet of plywood, 4 by 8.5 inches thick. It is treated, but $46 right now. Mind-blowing. I used to flip a lot of houses and do a lot of remodeling back around 2019, 2020, right before COVID. And then I was getting these things for around $12 a sheet is what I was getting it for in my area, roughly $12 a sheet.
A lady said, we found a 2x4 on the highway that somebody had lost. I told my husband, pull over. It's like finding gold now. Somebody said an $85 sheet of cabinet plywood is the low-end garbage at Lowe's. It's what 2 to 3 times it used to be now. Yes, the lumber prices are extremely insane.
And now it's $46 for one sheet. How are people affording to build homes? How are people affording to do remodeling projects on their existing homes? This is not sustainable because everything's going up except our wages. My goodness, man. Has anybody else seen this in your area as well? I mean, what is the price in your area?
How I do it is, I save up for it. And how I was able to do the deck now is, hell, I already knocked all the other projects out. If I done knocked the projects out in 2012, 2014, 2016, they still decent. They still in good standing. As far as my deck, I seen a little board start warping and I started freaking out. And somebody came out to my deck and said, girl, ain't nothing wrong with your deck like that. I thought it was dead. Because it had been up so long, but it was protected. Little did I know, by me having like the gazebo over my deck that protected it from weather, and the carpet that protects it, what do you call that stuff? That green grass looking carpet. They said that protected my deck, so my boards are really good because they haven't been in the sun like that and they've been protected. So I seen a couple of boards that were directly in the sun that did a little bending. Had me cause for some concern. So yeah, I mean, that's the only way I was able to do projects because I did them back when things were low. So I can't really tell you now what to do because I did everything when I was low. I did get a fair price. I did have somebody try to quote me crazy prices. Like I asked how much it was for the deck I want. Somebody told me $12,000. That was a joke. I was like, I don't know, $12,000 for what? 14 by 16. Next color, please.
It used to be. Interested to see what you guys have to say.
They don't.
All right, boys, you want to talk about fucking inflation and prices going up or down? Anybody that's in any kind of construction knows. OSB used to be over fucking $25 a sheet. Well, hell, during COVID, it was over $70 a sheet. And for the last year, it was over $17 a sheet. Walk in today, $9.71 a fucking sheet. It dropped almost half price, boys. This is coming from Canada. Those tariffs they're talking about, Trump is working out those tariff deals and our lumber is getting cheaper, boys. Prices are going down.
That's good for Canada, guys. I hope we come down to us and the other states because construction is very important. Remodeling is something that has to be done. You cannot skip that. You must keep your home up. If you think you can just keep your home and don't do nothing to it for a quadrillion years of your life, you're going to start watching things crumble down. If you stay on top of it and knock out things when you see them, your house will stay pretty updated and pretty new. That's my advice for people. Let me know what you think. Was you thinking about doing a building project and you got this amazing, crazy price sent to you? Let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm the Southern Economist. I'm out.
True, don't get sugar-coated. Keep it real so you know we gon' be speaking on it. Got the latest headlines on what's going down. We keep our eyes open before it all hits the ground. Southern Economist, hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Real talk, real true, real life. We go survive. I got my eye wide open for when the markets hit the ground. You got them pockets wide open when them dividends come around. Oh baby, just hit that like, subscribe. I might teach you a little something about how to make $1 out of dime. I'm a real prepper, stockpiling before the shit hit the fan. I only trust in God, I don't depend on man. True, don't get sugar-coated. We keep it real and we keep it rolling.